Okay, so the driving force behind me leaving Christianity to convert to Hinduism is a very long story, but I'll try to sum it up. So it was 2019, late 2019, before COVID hit. So my mom was sick, and she had to undergo an operation. She was sick for a very long time, and I had to take care of her, and I didn't really have enough support when it comes to that. And because of that, I got into a relationship, and because I feel like I needed support. It was very toxic, so things just did not work out between me and the guy. But good thing is that my mom did heal, she got better. So I was doing my first year in college in 2018. I still suffered from depression because of other problems in my life. I dropped out. I sat home for like 6 months and I enrolled in another university. And yay, I completed the course. So yeah. So in that time during my university years, in that space of 5 years, 5 to 6 years, is a time where I found myself a lot. I went through a lot of awakenings, spiritual awakenings, which brings me back to the fact that when you go through a spiritual awakening, when you undergo a transformation, a spiritual transformation, a lot of things are going to go haywire in your life. There's going to be a lot of chaos and you can't even explain it. So I just went through bad thing after bad thing after bad thing. And I was like, God, you have to be testing me right now because I don't even know why all of these things are happening to me. And then I got so depressed. I suffered from anxiety attacks. I had low blood pressure to the point where I had to go to the doctor, and I was on anxiety medication for like a year or so, and then I quit. And yeah, so 2020, I went to an Indian physician. So he's a doctor, but he's also Hindu. And then when I got there, he told me that my problem isn't really physical, but more of like a spiritual problem because I was very depressed. I told him that I'm going to kill myself because I was so suicidal at the time. And then he was like, no, there's still hope. And then that's when he introduced me to a chakra healer. And then I underwent the healing and it worked. I started to meditate. I started to balance my chakras. Since I saw that it worked, I had to Google more on what chakras are, only to find that they are deep rooted in Hinduism. So I went back to the doctor, and then he told me more about Hinduism, but then he wasn't really much of a temple goer. So then I was like, I want to find a temple, I want to know. And I started researching, and the journey went on, and now I'm here. And me and the Indian physician, oh my God, he's like my grandfather because he's old. He's like around 74, somewhere there. He's old, so we're very close now. I go to his house. He's basically adopted me. I'm like his granddaughter. I tell him everything. We kept in touch, and my journey went on and on. And I know some people will be like, why couldn't you find comfort in Christianity? Well, to be honest with you, since a very young age, I never quite understood Christianity. It just didn't make sense to me because I've always been someone that was so into astronomy, so I just did not understand why the Bible couldn't go beyond this physical earth. Why couldn't I talk about other planets, the stars and stuff like that? Because I knew there's a bigger purpose. I just had it in me that there's life outside of earth somewhere, and when I picked up Hinduism, I love the fact that it talks about the Navagrahas, which are the 9 planets. There's the god of the moon, there's the god of the sun, there's Chandra, there's Surya. And reading books about it, there's this book by Srila Prabhupada. It talks about easy journey to other planets, and it talked about how we can actually, use our souls, elevating our frequencies to actually get to those other planets. So the fact that I found out that a lot of things that we know that are scientific come from Hinduism, that's when I was like, I am home. I have found my place. I have found my people. So that's been the story ever since.